Everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm really excited to do this video because I'm going to be sharing the makeup that I have been using for the past, I would say 3 weeks to a month, and just what I think about it. And if that sounds good, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think and consider joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'd like to say I'm just peachy, but this is the third time that I'm recording this video. The first time I realized I didn't have my mic on. Second time I started recording and still didn't turn it on. So third time's a charm, and you know what? This will be the best edit of them all. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Kara. I usually say that I am falling in love with my makeup collection again, but I would like to say that this summer I have been sharing my life through the makeup, using it in real life, not just for videos, and really seeing what I like, what I don't like, what I would repurchase, and maybe some regrets. Maybe I don't need 50% of my makeup collection because I really do tend to go for the same things. So it's a learning experience, but I think the best thing about this channel is the community. So if you're looking for a community of like-minded people and people who are more than makeup, we love makeup, that really brought us together, but we talk about everything in addition to makeup, this might be the place for you. So I do hope that you will stick around. I have been 2 places this summer. I went to Orlando and I went to Savannah. I've been to the pool a lot. Typically I haven't worn makeup to the pool, but I definitely have started because I got to use this stuff. And I started a series on my channel where at the beginning of the week, usually Monday, I will show the makeup that I intend on using for the week. Whether or not it happens is a different story, but the things that I do use, I want to talk about. Some things are new, some things are old. I want to talk about how they're performing, especially when you have older products. How is it lasting over time? I've got products, palettes, things like that are 4, maybe 5 years old. How long do they really last? You know, it's one thing when you're watching content and you hear content creators, including me, say how much we like things. What happens after the camera stops rolling? What's happening in the long run? If you really even get a chance to come back to using it again. And that has been very hard for me. So I wanted to rotate some items in my collection, and there's still some things. I don't know if I'm going to get to it all, but I'm trying and I'm happy with the efforts. I want to show you my makeup for Orlando. I had a weekly basket, and then I had the makeup that I took to Savannah. So I have a lot of products sitting out here. I'm going to go through them the best that I can, and I'm grouping everything by category. So we're going to do some real fast speed reviews. Some of the products you already know that I love, and some of them are new, and some of them are just products I was trying to rotate. So grab a drink, grab a snack. Let's get to it. I'm not going to try to hold y'all all day, but I also might. We're going to start with sunscreen. The St. Jane Luxury Sun Rituals Pore Smoothing SPF 30. I think this is a good one. I did purchase this at some point from Sephora. When it comes to sunscreen, I am really just looking for something that is going to do what it's supposed to do. Protect my skin and don't leave me looking ashy. It says that this one has Desert Rose, Jasmine, and Hibiscus. It's SPF 30. It's vegan and clean, and it's mineral sunscreen. I think this does the job. And I'd love to know your favorite sunscreen. I also have the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen here. I can't remember if this was in my reel or not. Now the Unseen sunscreen is SPF 40. It's water and sweat resistant. And this one has kind of a silicone-y texture. And I do like this one as well. I think both of these sunscreens act as great bases for makeup. My makeup, honestly, as far as foundation and stuff, I'm very light-handed when it comes to those products. So I do think that it does well. And another thing I'd like to mention is I have normal skin. It's not dry, it's not oily, it's just regular. I don't really have any texture. So sometimes I do rely on other content creators to know how the product is performing, because I feel like I can wear a lot of things, and I don't want to be like something is awesome when it really just depends on the needs that you have for your skin. But I do think they are nice sunscreens. I think once I'm done with these, I have one by Beauty by Josie on, and I'm really loving the K Beauty right now, but I just don't want to open up another sunscreen at this time. Now, also, I've been wearing the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm. This is Universal Radiant. When we went to Savannah, my sister was like, oh, I really like this. I'm like, no, feel how you rub this in your skin and it dries. It smells like an ointment. It feels like an ointment going on your skin, but it dries into a powder and it's not like super, super matte, because I love dewy skin. And I have been putting this on as my primer after my sunscreen when I go to the pool, because I think you're supposed to do sunscreen then primer if I'm right. So I love this. It's not probably going to be something I use all year long, but definitely in this heat and where I'm about to go next, I'm gonna bring this along because it is just so hot, and it's hot here in Maryland. So yes to the Danessa Myricks Balm. I think this is a really, really unique formula, and I have not seen anything like this before. It's very rare, I think, these days that you find a product that is just so innovative, and I think this product actually is. Now, I also have the Hourglass Illusion Priming Moisturizer. And unfortunately, I think I'm almost finished this, because look, but from here you can't tell. So I'm opening it up and like kind of scraping around. Definitely a lot left in here. I don't think that this is anything really to write home about. It does kind of lessen a step, but is it that effective? I'm really not sure. For $58, I'm not sure, as much as I like Hourglass, that that's something that's a need in my collection. I might as well go ahead and just use my moisturizer or my sunscreen and call it a day. I do believe there are products that are moisturizing and have the SPF. I think it's nice, but I don't think it's something that you really, really need to have. When we are talking about concealer and color corrector, these are the ones I've been using, y'all. It's been months at this point. Now, I do have this color corrector from Huda Beauty in Guava and Cherry Blossom, but I tend to really like the Guava, even though it's a little deep, because I love peachy under eyes. And if I'm not using this, I'm gonna use my Sandy Cheeks blush from Melt to give me that peach, and I will mix it with my Fenty concealer and my Huda Beauty concealer. Honestly, there's probably some differences in this in the ingredients here that may perform different on various skin types, but I will just say that I think both of these concealers are very solid. I love them. I use them interchangeably, and they're great. I think I'm almost done the Huda one, and then I was like, let me pull this one out. This is the shade 300N, and this is 4.5 granola. Would I repurchase them? Yes. Am I going to? Not right now, because I have a backup Dior concealer that I purchased at a Sephora sale probably a year ago, which, note to self and everyone else, I wouldn't really purchase a backup of something unless it's just discontinued. One of my other concealer or favorite concealers is the Natasha Denona. All of these are very skin-like, long-lasting, and not cakey, not creasy. I really enjoy them. I love using them. I would repurchase all of them. Those are all worth it. Now, foundations. I want to mention the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint. What I like about this one, first of all, is SPF 50. I love the color match. I think that the texture is very light, and I did do a dedicated video on this. It wore very well throughout the day, and it's $18. We really don't need to spend a whole lot on quality makeup these days if you don't want to. I also did pull out the Prada Reveal, I think it's, yep, Skin Optimizing Foundation. Now, I have two shades in this. This one is Deep Warm 70, believe it or not. I can wear like 3 different shades in this. I'm not sure what made me purchase this. I was looking for something a little warmer than my original shade, but when I got home, I realized, I was like, ooh, this is a little too yellow, but I think it's really good for me for the summer. So I'm just gonna show you really quick, because I know I didn't film anything with this. And it's not exact or anything like that, but it looks a lot better on me during this time of year than what it looked like when I tried it. It was in like the winter or very, very early spring. This has SPF 17, and this is what do you call it? Is it natural matte or radiant matte or something like that? I really like the finish of it a lot, and don't feel like you need to get the full shebang with the case and all that. You can just get the refill and it will be just fine, unless you're really wanting to have a top. I think this is pricey to repurchase, and before I would consider repurchasing the Prada foundation, I would really have to compare it to some other things, because it's a luxury item and I don't think I really need it. I would really have to know what stands out about this compared to other foundations for me. And right now, I can't say that I know. I can say it's very nice, but I don't know what stands out about it. Next, I have my Dior stick, and this is in 4N. This one is better for me for this time of year, and I did do a short on that, but you can see the color match is very nice. The 3.5N isn't too off right now, but that'll be perfect for me for fall, winter. And this just, I love this. This is just great, especially, I mean, it's great all over the face, but if you want to spot conceal some areas, and I do my chin a lot because I do have like a little bit of scars under there that I'm trying to clear up. And if I really wanted to cover my freckles or something like that, I could. But I think this is a really great product. I don't think I've heard one bad review about the Dior foundation stick, and I'm gonna keep on keeping on with that and switch over to 3.5N when it gets cooler. All right, next we're gonna move on to bronzer, and I have two. So I have the Dior contour stick, and I'm gonna assume that these reels are done by now. And this is in the shade tan. So this, I don't contour. This is a bronzer, and I do like it. It's warm. The other one that they have is like a cool tone, but this is a warm tone. It works great for me for a bronzer. I did use it a few times in the past couple weeks. I could not stop using this. And this is the Natasha Denona High Sculpt bronzer. The consistency obviously is different. This is a liquid. It does dry down. And sometimes when I am filming and putting this on, I have to really make sure that I see how it looks like in my phone or in real life, because it does like dry down to an extent. It's not like this. It dries down a little bit, and then I don't want to say that it's patchy, because I don't think that it is, but it's thin. So you want to make sure, or I want to make sure, that my application is pretty even. So I don't know if I should change the tool that I'm using. I'm using kind of a buffing brush. I probably want to look at some reviews and see what other people are using. I mean, I've used my finger, but sometimes when I look at myself after I'm done filming, I'm like, ooh, that's a little bit uneven, but I don't really think it's any fault to the product. So let me know what you use if you have this product, because I really love it. For powder, my Huda Beauty Peach Pie powder, that is continuing to go strong, and I feel like the amount of powder in here is never ending. I like the packaging of this powder. The other powder I have is like the Makeup by Mario, as far as more of a matte powder, because I like to use this one under my eyes, because I don't really want my under eyes to be dewy, and I don't want this area to be dewy, which it is. That's probably the oilier part of my face, and then like around my nose. So the Huda Beauty Peach Pie is a holy grail. My Hourglass Ambient Trio is a holy grail for my face. Sometimes I use this on my eyes. Like if I don't have any shadow, I may take this deeper shade and use that on my eyelids, and you can just see it is a very subtle glow. But I usually just go across all of these. This is the volume 2, and this is just going strong. I finished one of these already. It was the volume 1. But I definitely think that it's worth repurchasing, just because I've used a whole palette of this. It takes a long time, but that's good. It should, because it's not cheap. So it should take a long time to use. Let's do I don't want to say the best for last, because, you know, I'm trying to give y'all some sprinkles of joy within. So let's do mascara and blush. That's the ticket. Okay. Mascara and blush next. You're probably tired of seeing this Dior Show Over Volume Over Curl mascara. I do like it. I still have the suspicion that I can find a mascara that does the same thing for less than $33. So I'm not gonna say that like this is a must-have. Do I like it? Yes. But before I repurchase it, I would like to do some investigating with this one. As far as the packaging and all that, like I love how it looks. It looks very luxurious and all of that. But you know, these days I need to be a bit more careful about my purchasing choices. The Tartelette tubing mascara, this is the brown one. I do still like this. Does it do a lot of like, so what am I looking for in a mascara? That's, I think, the thing we need to think about. I do want my lashes to be longer and I want them to be thicker. I think that the Dior does a better job of making them thicker than this one, but I still really do like this, and I like the brown shade. And I don't mind that it's a tubing mascara. I know some people either like tubing mascaras or they don't. But I like this. I ended up getting this one from the TikTok shop. It was 2 for 1. So I got both of them for like brown and black for $21. So I do have a black one after this. So that's not going to be a repurchase at this time. I also use the FanFest by Benefit. Might be user error for me because I didn't look too much into how this is supposed to be used, but I didn't really feel like this did much. It gave a little bit of a coat, but it's not something that I would get in a full size. This came in like a lash kit. So if you have tips on how to use that one, please let me know. I got a couple highlighters here. Okay, this is Lila's from Chanel, and it is, I love this one. Now, this is greasy. It doesn't really dry down. You know, it's very dewy, but I love it. I love this color, and I'm trying to think of another lilac highlighter that I have. The other one I have is from Gucci, and like nobody's trying to do all that. Where is it? This one right here. Let's see. Oh, I love that Gucci one too. Yeah, I think if you're looking for something that's like a powder version. Now, I know there's other lilac highlighters. I'm not trying to get y'all to buy this one because I remember this one was really expensive for no reason. I love lilac highlighters, like, and this is, oh my God, this is like putty. Okay, might have to use that this week. So I'm gonna set that to the side. Lila's is not available anymore, so I don't have anything comparable to this, but I do love, this is the Balm Essential, I think that's how you say it. I do like that. I have like 3 of these. I have the shade Sculpting, which is like a beautiful champagne. I'm waiting on my Natasha Denona Gloom palette, y'all. I'm sorry. I thought I heard her try. But yeah, I love that. I will continue using it, and you can see that it is very well loved. I don't know if that's Natasha or not. All right, another highlighter that I love is the Dior Forever Glow Maximizer. I've showed this many times in Peachy, Bare Skin, Makeup. This is great. I love this shade. I think this shade looks good on everybody. It's not too pink. If you don't like pink, it's not ashy. So I love these. If you have liquid highlighters that you like, please let me know, because I'm really curious about that. And then my Forever Glow Star Filter, I didn't wear that this week, and I didn't take it to Savannah, but I use this a lot, and I use it by itself. But if you want something that's going to make you look like dewy all day, I think this is a great product. So I would love to know how this compares to like the e.l.f. one that's out now, because these products are expensive, and there's a lot in here, which is great. But you know, this is gonna last me a while, so I'm not gonna be trying to compare this to anything. All right, let's get to some blush, because blush is so fun. I have my Danessa Myricks blushes. I thought I had 4 of these, but maybe I'm not gonna say maybe I only have 3, but maybe I have 3. Rose and Brunch. This is just, I'm bringing these with me on vacation because I can't, like, I didn't bring them to the last trip. And I was like, damn, I didn't bring a Danessa blush. Like, just one. That's Bellini. Oh, no, I do have 4 because I have Jubilee. And Jubilee is put away right now. Spice Latte. Like, these are just great. They're just great. Like, Danessa, this blush balm powder situation, it's like magic to me. Like the fact that it can be so balmy and turn into like a powder. I guess it's like the cream to powder shades. I'm just so thrilled. Like I really love it. So I mean, I might get more. I don't know what to say about that. Now I did try out or retry this one from Laura Mercier, which this is also another really good blush, and this is the blush color infusion. So I mean, it's a nice blush, and you see it's got kind of I guess radiant finish, you know. So it's not, if you are looking for a blush but you don't want it to be super matte but super like dewy, I think this is a really good one. I really still like having this one in my collection. It's not going anywhere soon. These probably might be my favorites. These are really good. I have Berry Bang and Fuchsia Flush, I believe. This one's almost like an electric pink, very pigmented. You know, you want to start slow with these. So, you know, as expensive as they are, they should be pigmented. I am curious about how these, actually, I'm not really curious because the Dior blushes that are about to come out, they're going to be good. That's my opinion. I think they're going to be great. And so if I get a Dior blush, I want to say it's just because I want it. I'm not getting it to compare. I'm not getting paid. Like, I'm not getting this to compare to the YSL. I mean, I might be semi-curious, but not really. I really feel like somebody just walked up and put something on the doorstep. But no, they didn't. All right, love these. Wouldn't mind another color. Love the powder ones as well, unfortunately. Now I have this blush here, liquid blush from Lunar Beauty. These are also really pigmented and probably slept on. I purchased this when there was a sale, like 34% off. Yes, this is called Blooming Bella. This is a yes. This is an absolute yes. If you were curious about these, I am very happy with this. And yes, do I have that shade in other blushes? Probably so. Silly. So this is Cial. This is the shade June. I was talking about it with the last blush because I had Kirsty, which I don't know why I bought because it doesn't show up. I don't like how their products smell. I really don't. Like, I want to like it, but they smell like a sneeze. And I don't know why it smells like that. It's not something that lasts like once I have it on. But this is nice. It's pigmented. See that? But I'm not really fond of the smell. Do I enjoy that there's some extra sunscreen protection? Yes. But I got rid of the powder for the same reason. Like, I like that, but I don't like the smell. It smells so sneezy. Let me know. Do your Cial products smell like sneezes? Because the powder, I only had the 3 products, the 2 blushes and the powder. That's all I had from Cial. And they all smell the same. I'm like, is it the sunscreen in there? Like, what is it? What is it? I don't know. All right, we've got these fat cheeks from NYX. So I like the purple one. The purple one, that's a different color for my collection. I do have a NYX, that's a lie, because I do have the NYX powder blush. But it might, I don't know, it's similar, but I think it's different. This is different. And I like this one. This is called Blueberry Burst. I like this. I pretty much should have stopped with that because this one, Fig Fizz, I just don't feel like, look at that. It's not really doing what I need it to do. I mean, you can see it a little bit, but not really. So I think this would be great for someone with a lighter complexion. And then I got the Dragon Fruit Drip, which I probably didn't need this because I have that electric one from YSL, which works so well. But the price is way different. And I think the purpose of it, this blush is different. This is a very hydrating blush. And I'm thinking that maybe it's hydrating even after you really can't see it anymore because it's absorbing in the skin. I can't remember if there's hyaluronic acid in here. These are $10 versus probably $40 or something crazy for this. If I am barefaced and I don't have any type of bronzer or any type of foundation on or any type of skin tint, this might be nice. Just give me a little wash of something. Other than that, I'm really gonna have to keep building it up. And if you know me, I don't like to be doing a whole lot of layers. Like, I don't have that kind of time, and I don't want to do that. I don't think it's a bad release, but you would go darker is what I would say, deeper as far as the shade. that you choose, and then you can always decide to do one dot versus like 2 or 3. Now I did bring my NARS Afterglow blush palette with me to Savannah. I mean, I don't know if it's because of the summertime or what, but I've just been more so into cream products. I did use this. It's performing the same. I love this because you have so many different shades. You have 4 matte blushes, and then you have a highlighter, and then you have this blush that has some sheen to it. So you can customize your shade, and I think that's great. I believe I wore these 2 shades mixed, and that was fine. I wasn't like overjoyed with it because I've just been loving the cream blushes, but I love this palette. Anytime I can find this palette on sale, I always recommend this one. And this wasn't a holiday palette. It came out like at the beginning of, I want to say 2022. So I'm not mad that I have it, you know, and I'm still using it. I just think I'm more so in a cream blush mood. Now I did add this to my basket. One of my shades in here is, one of my shades in here is loose, and that's okay. This is my Natasha Denona Golden Highlighter Trio. I really like this. It is a really nice texture, and it might be the same texture as those, what was it called? The beautifiers or something. They were just highlighters really, but they were very creamy. And so you have, you know, a couple different shades, 3 different shades. And I mean, they look really wet. So this released with the Natasha Denona Midi Golden palette. The shade is very loose, so I'm gonna just hold it. I just decided I wanted to use it. I'm still not mad about having it. I realized though that I have to be more thoughtful about using my highlighters. I just haven't been highlighting like that. So I have to be very thoughtful when it comes to highlighters and pulling palettes like this out. All right, I guess we're gonna do lips. Lips is a huge category. So we're gonna do eyebrows and lips. Eyebrows is small, we'll do lips. Then we'll finish up with setting spray and eyeshadow. Okay, so something was at my door. It wasn't Natasha Denona though. I made a Kaleidos order and I'm looking like, what is this? And I'm like, lip clays, y'all, the lip clays. Okay, so let's start with that. Let's start with the lip clays, which led to another order of them because I was like, they came out with a lot of shades since I bought anything from Kaleidos. It's been years. So I have 3 here, but I've used 4. It's probably in my bag because that's how much I love these. I've got Adobe, I've got Terra. Y'all, this shade right here is something special. Look at that. The Kaleidos lip clays, I'm not sure if it's because it's the first product that I tried that felt like this, but I still love them. They are not drying, but they make your lips feel like powder, and I just think they're great. So when they had their sale, they had a sale, it was 15% off. I was like, no, I'm getting 4 more and you could get the 10. I love the 10. You know, I'm living, I guess, in nostalgia because I love these products. I wear them and I'm trying to get into using some of the bolder colors because they would come in a set. So I'm trying to get into using the bolder colors, but in 2025, are those still relevant? Absolutely so. I just love them. They are probably my favorite liquid matte lipstick. Now, a close second, it's gonna be my Lisa Eldridge. So we have Velvet Affair, which is, I would call my signature shade. And I also have Velvet Fawn. Now I have Rain, but I didn't wear Rain. So I can't remember if that was in the reel or not. But these two, if anything, Velvet Affair, oh my gosh, one of my friends on here was saying their Velvet Affair was a dud. I'm like, how? I have the lipstick sitting out. Like, this is probably one of my favorite lipstick shades of all time. And I just can imagine that Velvet Affair looks good on this Affair. Yeah, it looks good on everyone. This is a little richer though than the Velvet, or so Affair. I'm sorry, Affair. And then I have Velvet Affair. But Affair is this is called Velveteen liquid lip color. I love these. I can't help myself with certain Lisa Eldridge products. So I also did try to branch off and try 2 of her bolder lips that I own. So we've got Strawberry Shock, which I mean, I'm wearing this down a little bit. So I'm happy with that. That's the, I was gonna say Luxuriously Lucent, but I don't think that's what it's called. Shoot, I'll have to find it out. and pop it up. And then I have Velvet Carnival here. I really enjoy wearing these shades. Like, as long as my eyeshadow is very dull, very muted, I can do a bold lipstick. So I was happy to find that out. And then I have my Givenchy lipstick. I got this Christmas of 2023 when I went to Vegas for Creator and Friends. It's called Black Pink. It's nice. I mean, I don't think it's anything like, oh, I really need to have this, you know. It's not like really doing a whole lot. But when I wear lip gloss, I don't really wear a bunch of deep shades, so it does just enough for what I need it to do. I've got my Summer Fridays lip oil here, which is still going strong. Actually, I wanted I bought from the Sephora sale, and I refuse to open it until this one's done. This one is, I'm mad to have all this stuff sent out. You can imagine my room is a mess. Warm beige. This one is Blush Dreams, and I love this. This is probably my favorite lip oil. I have the Pillow Talk medium, classic shade. Like, this is a classic. I mean, honestly, this is very close to the Affair shade. So obviously, like, these are just my types of shades. I've got Sparrow here from Hourglass. Don't sleep on the Hourglass lipsticks. They are like $38. I mean, they're more expensive than Lisa Eldridge. But if you're looking for like a nice matte formula, yes, the Hourglass ones are it on a sale. And then I have my Baby Larch, which I don't go anywhere without this shade. I didn't even wear it, I don't think. I might have worn it. This is my shade right here. Larch is so beautiful. It's just one of my favorite shades of all time. Like, I will not go anywhere without this. I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me try something else. No, we're gonna bring this for safekeeping, because this is a win-win situation if I don't know what I'm gonna wear. Okay, let's talk about Prada. Overpriced. Is it nice? Yes. I think I want to call this shade Alabaster, but I might be making it up. Yeah, I really might be making it up. But I want to say it's called Alabaster. It probably is called Alabaster, looking at it. And is it nice? Yes. Is it $50 nice? No. But I do like it. I'm sure we could find shades like that. It's not dry or anything. And they have 2 lipstick formulas. I can't remember the difference. And I have both of them, but the fact that I can't remember the difference is the issue. I have 2 from NARS. Now, I didn't wear this one. This one is called All In. I didn't wear All In, but I do like it. I thought this would be a nice way for me to wear a bolder color, and it's very sheer. I do like the formula of this, but again, I try to get these things on a sale because I think NARS is pricey too. This one is called Start Me Up. This one is matte. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the exact name of the products. But you can see, I mean, I like all different shades, but I pretty much stay in the same category unless I'm trying something. Let me go ahead and show y'all the Lisa Eldridge real fast, because I'm like, why would I not swatch those? So this is Carnival. And you know, the trick for me with the bold shades, now I do have the Velvet Carnival liner, but I didn't have the liner for Strawberry Shock. And now I'm thinking about it now. I gave my sister Velvet Dragon, and I shouldn't have, because I realized the trick for me is to wear a deeper liner. But now I know she won't give me Velvet Dragon back. She won't. I know she won't. So I'll know that for next time. So I took Sorcery and wore that with Strawberry Shock and absolutely loved it. Like, I was like, this is perfect. But by itself, no. I didn't mind Carnival with the liner, but I could do the same thing with Carnival. So that's great news for me. Now, I have one from Shanta High, and this is called Sorry Rose. I love this. These are the Lip Chics. I think I tried this for the first time because I got one off Macari for like 20 bucks. They're thick. They're really good quality, as it should be. I love these, but I'm not paying for $50. No, it's not happening. So I have maybe 2 of these that I got off Macari because... Now, I have these 2 smushy lip balms from NYX. They're cool. It is weird, like having a matte lip balm. I have a product like that from NARS. I like the whole idea of it. I like them. They're not drying. I think they're great for the summertime because sometimes we want matte lips, but we don't want our lips to be dry. So no, we don't want dry lips. This one smells like the buttercream. This is Snuggle Season. And then this one is Swipe Too Smooth. And this one smells like a fudge cookie. So if you don't like scents, these are not for you. But I do like the idea of the product. I think it's unique because the one I have from NARS is a balm, but it's in a stick formula. I've never tried anything like this. If you have, let me know. I've never seen anything like this. Maybe that's why they have merch, because they have merch for it and all that. I'm gonna keep wearing this, and you can kind of shear them out if you want to. But if you like matte lips and you know, maybe they're a little too drying in the summertime, I would say try that out, because that's nice. I have my Dior. Oh my God, did y'all see the new Dior cases? So if you're new here, I have a thing about Dior cases. I have like 4 or 5 of them, then I have to stop. It's like, okay, you're doing too much. But now they have these new ones, like the Miss Dior ones for the fall. They are gorgeous. This is a great product. I call them shine bombs. I don't know what they're called. This is patchwork. This is probably my 2nd or 3rd patchwork, because I think I've washed it twice, because I don't empty my pockets. I'm doing better. But patchwork. And patchwork, you can only get on the Dior site, as far as I know. It might be on Nordstrom or something like that, but they're not on Sephora. It hasn't been on Sephora. I love patchwork. Is this patchwork? Why is this not looking like patchwork? Hold on. And then you can't, the only other thing is like you can't see the name of the shade. So that's very annoying. But I want to say it's patchwork, but for some reason it's making me feel like it's something else. Anyway, we're going to call this patchwork. I'm going to have to, you know, I think it might be time for me to get readers. But no, this is hard. Like y'all can't see it. Let me know if you can read that. Let me know. That's not the shade. The shade is here. Can I read it? Okay. I don't know, but I'm calling it patchwork. I was wearing this before I started the video, and I like it because it just gives a little, that's it. Okay. Love this case. You can wash this case. Found out by accident. You can wash it and it'll clean it right on up. This jean case, y'all, this case has been going so strong for me. To let y'all know that however much it is going strong. All right, let's talk about these hooded. Okay, and then we'll do the eyes. Okay, I got a couple more lip products. Let's talk about these. Okay, the cherry one performs well. The toasty nude, I think this is called, toasty brown. I feel like the lighter these are, the worse they perform. I wanted to love these. There it is. I wanted to. I think I do love this. Are they transfer proof? Yes. Do they last a long time? Yes. Do you need to store them upside down? Probably so. Do you have to reactivate them? So I didn't have to reactivate the cherry one. Like, it definitely went on and I didn't have to shake it or anything like that. This one I did, and I felt like the application of this one, only because I've worn it more than once now, I don't think the application was as even as this one was. So for the deeper shades, I will say yes. For the lighter shades, no. There's only like 2 mLs of product in here as well. So I'm just not really sure how long these are gonna last. I think the concept is really nice. I've never tried a product like this. I know there are other products like this, those markers. If you have any tips, tricks, techniques, let me know, because I'm going to keep using them. And I love the shades. I loved it. And I'm not even a red person, but I love this. And I love, I don't know where it is, but the lip oil that goes with it. I just think it really does give you those popsicle lips. And I did the lip cuffing technique where you just like fill in right here and right here, and then line the rest. I love how that looks. Like the cherry, yes. The brown was not my favorite. And that's so surprising to me because I'm not a red lips gal. All right, last 2 products I have for lips are 2 liners. Now this one is from Milani, and this is called the Keep It Full Plumping Liner. This one does have plumping. I didn't feel it right away, but then it did. I'm not sure really what it did for my lips because I really don't need that, but I just wanted to try it for kicks, I guess. And that's the shade right there. I think this is the shade Player, but I might be making that up. Oh no, Hot Shot. So if you don't mind the tingly and you want to try the plumping, I mean, it's $11.99, I believe. And then, you know, Ulta will have a sale, so that's great. Now I also have the sheer liners from Merit. This is Brownstone. I like these. I don't think they're long lasting just because of the texture. I love that they're satin. Like, it almost looks like a lipstick that I put on. So I think you can probably fill your lips in with this. But as far as, okay, now, as far as like lasting power or anything like that, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen with these. I think MAC has some new ones I would love to try, but NRN not right now because I really don't need to do that. But those are the lip products that I've tried. We're going to do the eyebrows real quick, and then we get to the setting spray and eyes. Yes, I'm doing good. I felt like, this is probably going to be a long video, so never mind. I always use, for the most part, my Patrick Ta brow lamination gel. That's what I have on now. Maybelline Express Brow Pencil. That's not new. The Crazy Lift professional brow glue from NYX. I think it's good. I kind of like the idea of the applicator, actually. And I think I was saying in my last review of this is that I like to try to shape the brows and then go back and shape them again till they kind of get sticky and dry the way I want them to. And then I go in with the pencil. So I'm still playing with this and playing with the applicator. So all is not lost with this, but I've just been using my Patrick Ta for so long that I don't know. I don't know if anything can beat it, or do I really feel like figuring it out? All right, last category, setting spray, eyeshadow. All right, y'all, when it comes to setting spray, this is the one I've been using the most. This is the Tear Mask Fit Waterproof Setting Spray. This is supposed to be like sweat proof, humidity proof, chlorine proof. I've been spending a lot of time in the pool and in the heat. So I've been using this. It's probably, is it halfway? I think this is a really great setting spray. I want to say it's about 15 bucks. I also think I finished it. The Mask Fit, the red setting spray. I have that one too. And I think Tear really makes nice products. I've tried the Milky Toner. I've tried the Cushion Foundation, and I have a lip oil. Nope, I washed it, but I really loved it until I washed it. And then I felt like it wasn't safe. I would repurchase that over the Dior one any day. So Tear is solid for me. If you're looking for a waterproof setting spray, I would try this one before I try the more expensive ones. Now, I can't speak too much on this, but this was also in the reel, and this is the One Size Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray. I opted not to use this because I have been swimming, and we're not swimming, doggy paddling and lounging at the pool, and I've been in the heat. So I'm gonna have to come back and talk to y'all about this one because I'm not ready to really give final thoughts on it. Now let's talk about eye products. We're gonna start with sticks and liquid shadows. I have decided in these past couple weeks, I'm not really an eyeshadow stick girl. I think that the sticks, I don't know. I don't know if I need a drier base. I don't have oily lids or anything, but I'll show you. I mean, because when I think about doing eyeshadow sticks, what I want to do is just go, across the eye and kind of pat it in. And what I noticed, this one's from Fenty, and this, do I have a shade here? Let's see. I want to call it Mushroom. Oh no, it's called something taupe. Okay, Mushroom. Anyway, what I want to do, and maybe I'm not doing them right, so give me some tips. I think that what happens is I pat them in. You know what? Maybe I should use a brush. So let me not give up. Let me not give up because I have all these products. And I'm starting to get like a little vein right here, y'all, because y'all know age. Okay, so why is this looking nice now? But I don't know, shaping it or something is not doing what I need it to do. I'm gonna get a brush. See, I feel like when I take the brush, the shimmer just kind of, I don't know. All right, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up yet. I don't wanna give up because I have so many sticks. I'm not gonna buy anymore, but I don't know. And when I pat it, I just feel like a lot of times it wears away. Like it's not that same beautiful shade that we see that. Look at that. And maybe, just maybe, the point isn't to pat them down, but I need to shape it, So for my eyeshadow stick friends, give me some tips because I can use them. I want to use these and I can use the tips. I think this is a really, really pretty shade. So I don't want it to go to waste at all. But that's one of the shades that I was trying out. And then I also had this shade. Now this is great for the inner corner from ColourPop. It's from the Winx collection. It's very hard for me to see. Stop putting things in silver writing, like on pink. Like I don't know how I'm supposed to see that. This is a nice fiery, look at that. Now I'm gonna keep on going with that because that is what I need in my life. When you talk about an inner corner, this is what I need. Now, as far as all over the lid, I mean, that's fine too. It's got that little dual chrome situation. Or maybe I need to let these dry down. I don't think I was really giving them a chance. Maybe I haven't given it a chance. Okay, share your favorite eyeshadow sticks. Doesn't mean I'm getting it, but just share your favorite eyeshadow sticks. But I mean, I look. So that's where I'm at with the sticks. So let me not say I'm not a stick girl, but I'm just not sure. The liquids are doing better. I had this one as well. I didn't end up using this shade, but I love me a little plummy shade. That's gorgeous. Now I want to say that the one from Vive though, this one to me, this is mahogany. I don't know if it's because it's a matte, but I have much better luck with this, and it definitely might be because it's a matte. Like, it's dry, and I think that's very beneficial for me. This is not one I don't need a primer with it or anything. This is fantastic. I love this one. I have it in black. I think the shade might be called Raven. I am so happy with this one. Probably not going to repurchase anytime soon. I mean, it's not something I use a lot, but I feel like, you know, these are a little more emollient, and maybe they are drying down. Just maybe. Maybe. All right, we're going to talk about the liquid products now. I didn't get to use this one. I might have had two from Lisa Eldridge, but man, they are so sparkly and so beautiful. I don't think this is Zorza, is it? You know, I'm tired of these small names. Viola, maybe. I think this is Viola. And it is beautiful. They dry down beautifully. I mean, that's it right there. That's gorgeous. I think that's Viola. I also have Gaia, which y'all are probably tired of me talking about because I've been wearing them. This one and Thalia for the past couple of weeks, and they are going with me on my next trip. Gaia is just great. Like, I wore that and then wore the Gray Makeup by Mario one I'm gonna show you. It just goes with everything. You can build it up, blend it out. It goes with warm, cool. This one is Thalia, and I really love these. They have sat for about a year. This is the one from Makeup by Mario in the shade Slate. This might be one of my favorite purchases this year. I mean, who would have thunk a gray for me? But like, that blue gray is beautiful. It's making me think about Ghost Town, the Ghost Town palette by Nomad, because they had those blue grays, or yeah, blue grays or gray blues. They were gray blues. I love that. I have this from Sydney Grace. I didn't end up wearing this because I did put it on. Then I was like, I realized I didn't want a shimmer. But their cream shadows dry down really nicely too, just like the liquid eyeshadows. And this is in this shade, I want to say Boardwalk. It's just a really pretty champagne color. And I just, these are great. I should give these more of a chance. Okay. So I'm not all sticked out. I'm gonna think about them, and maybe I need to let them dry a little bit before I try to mold them, because now I feel like this looks nice. Let me just imagine with the whole look done. Okay, my eye wouldn't look like that, but you know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll try again. We'll try again. Give me your tips on the sticks. And now I'm gonna go grab my palettes. All right, we're gonna start with the palettes that I didn't wear. And it wasn't because I wasn't feeling them. I think it's just because I was just doing more one and done shades for the most part. My girl Natasha, I've only worn this palette one time. This is the Bloom palette. I think this palette is gorgeous. Like, I love all of my Natasha Denona palettes. And I was trying to think about which ones I'm gonna bring, because I think I'm just bringing Natasha Denona for the next trip. And that's just what it is. It is what it is. Trying to decide if I like this more than retro. I'm still thinking retro, but I want to give this palette some time, some love, some looks. So I didn't wear this when I went to Orlando. The second palette is the new Prism palette by Lunar Beauty that I'm still so happy to have. Like, I love this palette. When it came to using this compared to just taking that Lisa Eldridge shade, we went with the Lisa Eldridge, but I think this palette is so perfect. I just love all the mattes here, and then just the range of, just the range of the deep mattes and the light transition ones, and then the shimmers. Like, there's so much that can be done with this if you're a neutral lover. I think this palette is totally relevant this year if you can get it on sale. And I did. Sales matter. A real sale. Sorry, y'all know I have to say that. Next, we've got the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 matte eyeshadow palette. Who knew I would grow to love these matte palettes? I just do. I love the layout of his palettes. I do have all three. The shimmers in 2 to me are the best ones. The shimmers in 1 are not so great, but I love the browns in 1. There's like this reddish brown one, but I love this too. I love this gray brown. Just like these all matte looks. I love the creams on the, like, I don't know why, but I really love this palette. I do. Yes, this is 1 and done, 2 and done usually for me. All right, next we have my girl, Patricia. Subversive. I talked about this in a recent video. It was like unique color stories we almost forgot about, but I didn't really forget about it. I just wanted to showcase it. I posted like pictures in the video, the last video, so you have to look at it if you didn't see it, because I try to go back in my phone and find pictures where I did looks, and like I knew which ones were subversive. And I had like 3 or 4 different looks with this palette. Like that's how much I know. I love it when I can go back all the way to like 2020 and find looks with this palette. Yes, honey, we know that this palette is the business. Very unique, very beautiful, very fantastic, very beautiful, beautiful gowns. This is my baby. I will do a Pat McGrath ranking once she has another sale. For those who don't know, I tried to check out with Petalmorphosis. And I wanted to get another Dark Star mascara. I wanted to get those lip pencil things that she had. Not the pencils, but the crayon. But no, when I went to check out, the sale was off. So no ranking. And that's unfortunate. We've got the Cozy Cabin palette by Simply Posh. And did y'all see that Simply Posh is coming out with a Down to Earth palette? Although some of the blues that were in the mood board were making me feel like it's gonna have a lot of blues in it. And I'm not for that, because there's blues in the Coastal palette. This, I like better than the Coastal palette. This palette, like this, so nice. I'm trying to think, where did I wear this palette? I wore it to brunch. Yes, I wore it to brunch. And I did a short. So I did a look with this palette. If you're into shorts, if you're not, that is okay. Something for everyone here. But yes, I love this palette. I love me a structured layout where I don't have to think, because a lot of times I don't want to think. I'm tired of thinking. You know, I think all day. And when I don't want to think, I'm thinking, and I think all night. And that's why I don't sleep well. TMI. That's a great palette though. I don't know if it's available. And last but not least, we're gonna finish up with Melt, because I don't care. Melt gets it right when they want to. Dark Matter. This came from a stack. Let's back up a little bit. I got this palette for like 29 bucks. I heard a content creator just talk about the formula, and I was saying, I wonder if it's the same type of formula as Amore Mariposas, because that's a really good one. This palette is made in Italy. I know there are palettes that are made in Italy are great. Although I think Brunette is great, but it's made in the USA. But there's something different about the Italy palettes. There just is. I think they only have this one in Amore Mariposas. So correct me, because I don't know. This one is great. Another great palette for one and done. Or if you want to use shimmers, right? But you know, you want to have your neutral mattes, because I'm loving the neutral mattes, and then just taking a little shimmer and giving that little wet kind of look in the center. If you want to do that, this is a really good palette. I like how there's a matching shimmer. The shimmers in this palette are good. Like, they're really good. Okay, I wasn't trying to do the, I was not trying to do the all the way down the arm thing. But if you know Melt shimmers, you know that sometimes they can be flaky. They might not do what you want them to do. It's not always their strong suit, but in this palette and the Amore Mariposas, the shimmers are really nice. I know Amore Mariposas is not available anymore. I'm just not sure about Dark Matter. If you check out Melt's website, they do have sales, a real sale. They'll have 50% off their site. And I think if you want to try something from Melt, I would try Brunette. I would try Dark Matter if that's available. I would try their gel eyeliner pots. Those are fantastic. I would try the Slick Waterline pencils, specifically in Rich Brown and Olive. Because they still have some really good products. I like their lip products. But when it comes to the eyeshadow palettes, they're just not all created equal. So I was glad to give this a try and take it on vacation and try to take something different than what I would usually grab for. So that's going to be it. I know this was long, but I really want to get in the habit of not waiting until the end of the month, but coming back weekly and talking about the things that I show in my makeup basket, or if I took a vacation, which that's about to be done with because I'm about to be back to work already. Thankful for the vacation, though. Thankful for the time off. So I'm just saying. But I'm about to be back to work. And I think that this will be great to continue on when I get back to work, because it's a lot easier for me to show you what I intend on wearing, do some shorts of what I'm wearing, and then come back, you know, if you're more of a long form person, and just show you what I wore. I just got really behind, so I didn't have any pictures in this one, but check out my shorts. You'll see me wearing a lot of this stuff, and also sharing a little bit of my life about where I'm wearing these things in action. So I've been enjoying that format lately, so you can let me know what you think about it. And that's it. You know, I'm always trying to improve and, you know, show you the things that you're looking for, and also just add to this community. And, you know, you all add to this community for me. Like, that's that is the best thing about this channel is y'all. And so if you have any of these products, let me know. If you have any application tips that you think will help me, especially with the eyeshadow sticks, which now I'm like, damn, this kind of looks good. Like, if I really did a full look, let me know, because it's gonna help somebody else out here in these makeup streets. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I do hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and you know I'll see y'all in another one soon. Bye.
We could be selfless. We could be falling in love.